rational functions packet, rational functions, and go to the 5th page. At the top of the 5th page, it says Pascal's triangle. Let me explain this. We have not touched on this. So this is a shortcut to expand polynomial functions. Let me show you how this works. So this is the key. We want to get and expand this whole thing out. So here's the slow way of doing it. 2x minus y, 2x minus y, 2x minus y, 2x minus y. Now I would FOIL this, and then after I FOIL both of them, then I would go through and I distribute so it'd have one large polynomial equation. But there's a shortcut to doing this. And so here's how the shortcut works. It's called Pascal's triangle. We always start with row 0. And row 0 always has a 1 every single time. Now how many rows do I need to go down? It's based on the exponent. So I need to go 4 rows down. So we start with row 0. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and it always works this way. I drop a